What's up, Coach?
Ime, the Clippers have been playing well as of late. Just what do you want to see from your guys tonight against a fellow Western Conference team?
The effort, competitiveness, and same attention to detail that we had against Oklahoma City. Not the prior games, and conference folk that's playing really well and a good test for us. And like I said, played good basketball going into All-Star break.
Coach, back here with the Clippers, when you played the Clippers back in late December in Los Angeles, you had made a comment, and I think it was an accurate one, that up to that point the Clippers weren't known for playing very hard. What do you see from them now that they have turned their season around, and what do you look for to see that a team is indeed playing hard?
Yeah, I mean, it's night and day noticeable, when you watch the film, and obviously the record reflects that, but, it's role players buying into their roles. I think they've, with the trades and new acquisitions, they've surrounded Kawhi with very capable role players, defenders, stretch big, and so it's a little bit different than what they've had before, a lot more space to operate, and those guys are all playing at a high level, so it's not a surprise that they've taken a jump in the standings.
Coach, will Amen be available tonight, and will Tari and Dorian be able to play tonight as well?
Yes, all three are good to go.
And is Amen back in the starting lineup? And if so, is there any consideration to swapping Reed and Amen in your starting lineup at all?
Not as of now, but yes, Amen is back to starting.
And would you consider making that swap at all?
Not right now, if ever.
As far as coaching matchups are concerned, you and Ty have shared kind words about one another over the years, but when folks talk about Tilo, they talk about his ability to process the game really quickly live and then make those in-game adjustments. That is always a hot topic in those preseason surveys and stuff. What have you observed about what makes him different as far as like a coaching matchup is concerned when you know you're coaching him against him?
Yeah, I think the fact that he doesn't just stand pat and stay the course, he'll switch it up and, like you said, make adjustments and do different things, and can keep you off balance. But I think the playing background has something to do with that, and specifically in the role he was, a point guard, a role player, and had to think the game a different way. And so, besides the fact that he's been very successful and won a championship, and so and learned from some really good coaches, and so you add all those things up, your tool bag grows as you go throughout the years, and you kind of go back on things that worked well for you. But I think, he's one of the best at what you mentioned, and I think there's a common bond and camaraderie amongst ex-players that coach now, and we're two of them.
Last time the two teams met, Kawhi had 41 points. Of course, he was playing with James at the time. Is any consideration in possibly trapping him earlier in the game, or you just kind of want to see how it plays out first?
We do a little bit of both. He's on a hot streak right now, not just the game against us, but in general lately. Like I said, the ball's in his hands more, and we're surrounding him with good pieces. And so for us, we like our length and size on the wings defensively, and got a lot of bodies we can throw at him, but you want to keep him off balance. And I've coached Kawhi for years, and see some things I can possibly do to go after him.
Did you think Tari's effort and energy in particular was better in OKC versus this past few games at home? And see a guy you kind of look to as a bellwether for your team's energy and effort most nights?
Tari does what he does pretty much on most nights. I think it was a group in general. I think when you look at our Boston and Charlotte games, whether Tari was playing, he obviously missed the second one, but our group in general, it was low effort, low competitiveness, and it wasn't just a Tari thing, it was across the board.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.